this is Shayna Maude, and I'm here with another one of Maude's messages. So this rising, I pulled some energy cards, um, and the cards that came out. So I pulled from a numerology oracle deck that I have, and I'm also into like human design and the I Ching and that whole thing. Gene keys, I'm into that stuff as well. So I have a human design I Ching oracle cards as well. So I pulled those too. But going back to the numerology cards. So the cards that popped out all at the same time when I was speaking to the energy and to the spirit, to my highest self on the energy of the day and just the energy of the moment. The cards that popped out at the same time, three cards popped out at the same time. And these cards have been popping out to me for a little bit now. So I know that right now there's a huge shift going on right now. There's a huge shift going on right now, and a lot of us in the collective are kind of on a similar path and a similar journey. So I know these cards that keep popping out for me, I'm sure it will resonate with some of you as well. So the three cards that popped out for me all at the same time, mind you, was New Beginnings, card number 1, numerology number 1, New Beginnings. Card number 11, Individuality. And card number 57, which is Teaching and Learning. Okay. And because I'm into numerology, I like to break the numbers down to, their, I forget what the system's called, whatever. In numerology, you break it down to 1 to 9, but if it's a master number, you keep it as the master number. So 1 goes down to a 1. 11 is a master number, so we're going to keep that as 11. But then 57 with teaching and learning, that adds up. So 5 plus 7 adds up to 12. And 12 are the numbers 1 and 2. 1 plus 2 equals 3. So 57 deduces down to numerology number 3, right? And 3 is all about creativity and communications. And that falls directly into line into teaching and learning. But I just wanted to give my personal spin on all of these numbers: new beginnings, individuality, and teaching and learning. 1, 11, and 57. So 2023 in numerology is the year 7, because if you add up all the numbers, it equals 7. So we are in a year 7. So year 7, and the 7 in general in numerology is all about like learning. So 7s in general, because my life path is a 7, but 7s in general, we're all about learning, teaching, like gaining wisdom, tuning into self, like going deep into it. Like we'll ask a question with a question, like we'll answer something with a question, like really philosophical people or energy. So this year, 2023, has been a year of a 7. So I know at the beginning of the year, I encouraged, like I put it on my Instagram story. I didn't put it on YouTube, but on my Instagram story, I was like, okay, guys, this is like a 7 year. So a 7 means, really tune into self, and whatever that means for you, just tune into self, right? So me, I have been tuning into self. I've been doing a lot of work, to continue on this journey. I have a lot of goals and visions and aspirations, and I had to, come back to me and pour energy into me so I could fill my cup, so I could then extend my table to others and pour out onto others as well, while still pouring into me. That cycle of, continuing to fill my cup. And as it's filling, I'm able to flow it out to, the collective. And that all goes into like, me being a life path 7 as well. But this is not like a numerology video. I just wanted to bring that background of the numbers. So anyways, back to these cards: new beginnings, individuality, teaching and learning, right? So like I said, this is a year 7. So tuning into self, right? Next year is a year 8. 2024 actually equals the number 8. And 8 is all about abundance, you know, prosperity, and oh my God, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a keyword for like the planet Jupiter, expansion, like expansion. Okay. Because Jupiter's attributes are like, you know, expansion. But anyways, we're not talking about astrology. We're talking about the numbers and the messages. What's message. So next year is the year 8, right? And we're already in October, really mid-October right now, 2023. So we're kind of preparing for, you know, the new year that's coming. Now, I do know some people count like the new year as like in April, like the springtime is actually the new year, things like that. But, excuse me. But, you know, we're still in a world where the new year is January. So we're going to go with that from an energy standpoint, because a lot of the collective, at least in the States, I'm not sure about the, you know, globally, but at least like here, the collective is in that same kind of energy field of January's a new year. Anyways, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry, guys. But yeah, so what was I saying? Yes. So, the 7-year going inward, 8-year is about abundance, right? But abundance, you know, doesn't always mean, oh, abundance means I'm about to get a whole bunch of money. I'm about to win the lottery. I'm about to gain all these materialistic, you know, wealth, whatever, right? Abundance is really an abundance of whatever you're putting your energy into. So yes, year 8 is a year of abundance, but you also have to think of like what has your energy been tuning into prior to this year 8 coming up, right? So, you know, if you're tuned into, you know, something that's steering you in the direction of your vision, that's something positive, great. Your abundance is going to look positive, or it's going to be in alignment with that vision, right? But if you have been in an energy of just like nonsense, then your abundance may look like nonsense. And I'm not about to go into a whole bunch of different examples because that's not the point of this. The point of this were the cards of new beginnings, individuality, teaching and learning. So this is speaking to the folks who are in the energy of, you know, so the previous video I put up, I talked about having to surrender to the divine, right? To work towards this vision that you, you know, you see, you're affirming, you're manifesting, right? Putting in the work, all those things. So literally 2 days later, the new beginnings card comes out, guys. So this is specifically to those people who resonated with the surrender to the divine video I had put up a few days ago. So new beginnings, this literally is a confirmation that yes, because you've surrendered to the divine, because you're putting in the work, because you're tuning into self, because you're, you know, tuning out the noise that's not helping with whatever this vision is for you, new beginnings are coming, right? You're stepping into your light, you know. So individuality came out as well. So it's like you're stepping into you, you know, the vision that you see yourself as, you're stepping into that. And it's a new beginning, you know, maybe for the people around you, but you're stepping into that, right? So I just thought that was cool. And some notes just from the numerology, actually guidance card book. So like I told you the previous video, a lot of my decks come with guidebooks. I like to always have them with it just because, sometimes you'll get the card and you'll get another message that was different from the previous time you read it, even though you read it already. So, but for individuality, so this card indicates a need to embrace your individuality and be true and authentic to yourself, right? Rather than following the crowd, you're being guided to break away from the pack and take the road less traveled, right? Because you've surrendered to the divine, you're stepping into your own light. Instead of feeling like you're a square peg in a round hole, you're being encouraged to build your own square hole. So by drawing this card, you are being called upon to step up to the plate and celebrate your uniqueness. Okay, so this is for those who are in that energy of you've been tuning into self, you're doing the work, you may be doing shadow work, you may be doing a lot of journaling, you may just be like releasing and letting go and all those things, right? So this is your time to step into your light unapologetically, outwardly as well. And this is awesome because it's right in time for the abundance year. Like, absolutely step into your light because you will be rewarded abundantly with the things that you're manifesting, okay? Because that's the energy of next year. So an affirmation for just the individuality aspects. I embrace my individuality and become my true authentic self, okay? So that's a really great affirmation that you can say daily in this energy of individuality and stepping into your light. I embrace my individuality and become my true authentic self, okay? So I thought that was cool. And for new beginnings, so this card is it indicates a time of new beginnings where there are plenty of opportunities, okay, to create a fresh start. Okay, these opportunities play a very important part in oh my gosh. Hold on, what's that word say? Catapulting. Okay, guys, catapulting, okay? These opportunities play a very important part in catapulting you to where you need to be. So it's in your best interest to follow them wherever they may lead. So stay in tune with you, be that individual self, don't be afraid, and walk into these new beginnings because there's so much opportunity. And like I said before, so I'm not going to read the whole thing, but I'm just kind of giving you guys just like how my brain is working. So we also did get the card 57, which reduces down to a 3, right? And I was telling you guys that 3 is like being the creative, communication and creativity, right? So tell me why when I pulled my human design cards, when I pulled my human design cards literally right after my numerology cards came, okay? And I'm almost done for the end from Maude's message and energy of the day. But the 2 cards that came out from those cards, after I pulled out new beginnings, individuality, teaching and learning, gate 35, and gates and lines, that all goes into like the human design experiment and topic and things like that. But regardless of that, gate 35, which is 8, 3 plus 5 is 8. Okay. And gate 35 is about progress. So by design, progress cannot exist in a vacuum and is dependent on interaction. Life is a continuous cycle of experiences with beginnings, middles, and ends. Okay. So, and this card is about change as well. Okay. So it all kind of falls in line with new beginnings and individuality, change, like expect changes in whatever is coming. You're in the right, you're on track of whatever you have going on. You're right on track. You're making your progress. The fact that you're stepping into your individuality, you're stepping into these new beginnings, you're making progress towards this manifestation that you have already put out there into the energy. But one thing I wanted to take away from that card was the fact that, yes, you're stepping into your individuality, but just also understand the power of collaboration and interactions, and not more so, not collaborations, but interactions, like the power of still interacting with the world, in order to continue to progress forward. Like it said, it's, you could channel that hermit energy and want to kind of just be in your own world, in your own space, but interacting with the world will allow you continue on with progression. Okay, so and continue on and gaining that abundance. So I thought that was a really great card that popped out along with those numerology cards. And then the last card that was on the bottom of the deck when I pulled the Ray Ching Human Design cards was Gate 1, which is the creative. So I was like, oh my gosh, the fact that literally I just pulled out the 1 new beginnings and 1 the creative. And to bring this full circle, the creative, that is channeling that's channeling numerology number 3, right? And I already told you with teaching and learning, 57, 5 plus 7 is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3, and is the energy of the creative, of the collaborator, of the communication, of being like the creative, like you are the artist. You are creating this magical whatever ambiance, products, event, whatever it is, whatever you're creating, the creative. So I thought this is a really great card to bring it all in. And I'll just read it to you guys. So the creative, the goal of this gate, the creative, is to work towards self-expression. So creativity rooted in unique direction, which all goes into individuality and new beginnings. So I'm like, guys, I was just super excited, and I've been wanting to share this message all day, but I have a lot going on in my day-to-day, so I can only really do these at nighttime. But yeah, I was super excited to share this. I didn't even write anything down today. I was just like, I just need to record something. Okay, but let me just read this card. Creation as a primal force, okay? So the energy, potential to manifest, inspiration without limitation, individual expression fulfilled through interaction. Like I was saying, individual expression fulfilled through interaction. This individuality and these new beginnings of many opportunities, okay, it's here. It's coming. You're in it. Like, you're in the journey. You're here. So I thought that was really cool. I hope you guys are able to follow what I just laid out, because I know how my brain works, but sometimes it doesn't work the same way for other people, but it's okay, right? So yes, let's just backtrack real quick. So new beginnings, okay. There are many opportunities coming for you because you've stepped into your individuality. You've stepped away from being just like everybody else in the same energy as the other folks over there. You're stepping into your own light. You're stepping into your own path, your own journey. You've been tuning into self during this year of 7, so you can get to your abundance, teaching and learning. Like, this is just really cool. And from the teaching and learning standpoint, this card may or may not be for you, but I just wanted to highlight that this 5 deduced down to a 3, which is the creative, okay? Teaching and learning goes in, it aligns with me very well. So I know this card was definitely for me. For example, right now I'm like teaching and learning. I've been learning about numerology over the past year, and just starting to get into like human design over the past like 6 months, tarot over the past like 6 months. So I'm in my teaching and learning. I'm also doing a lot of like other things that I will bring to the public at a later date. But even before this, like, I've been teaching and learning for years about plant-based nutrition at this point. Like, I'm certified in plant-based nutrition. So I'm already in my teaching and learning like mindset, but now I'm learning more things and able to teach more things as well. And that's just me being my life path 7 self. I'm like always going to be a student and a teacher. I'm always going to be learning something and then wanting to teach it somewhere. So that's just me. So, but I wanted to highlight that card because for one, it did pop out at the same time. So I know that was for me, but the number 3 being the creative, and the fact that the creative and progress both came out of the human design deck, I was just like, yeah, guys, this is it. So this is Maude's message of the day. Just know that you're on track. Like, you are right on track. I really want to pull a tarot card right now, just because, like, I like pulling tarot cards, guys. So I'm gonna do it. If you're still here with me, like, please let me know in the comments that you're actually still here watching. Yeah, I know some people's attention spans don't make it to this point, and I'm probably like over 20 minutes right now, but I'm just gonna pull a tarot card right now just for the collective. So energy, we just talked about individuality, we talked about new beginnings, we talked about creativity, we talked about progression and progress through interactions, and still being able to, like, be your creative and be your individual self, but interact with the community around you to get to this abundance of this 8th year. So I just want to pull an energy card that just popped out. Okay, so these are like a whole bunch of cards. Sometimes when that happens, I don't really know to, like, keep it or not, so I just put it back in. What's this card? Oh wow, Daughter of Wands. Look, that's cool. Daughter of Wands. Look, she's like traveling. She's like, okay, I'm on my path. I'm on my journey. I'm traveling to wherever I'm about to travel to. So that actually resonates very well with this, the Daughter of Wands. Oh, and so the Daughter of Wands, and, like, if you're, like, really into tarot and you know what suits and decks and stuff mean, daughter in this deck, so this is the Black Tarot Ancestor deck. The daughter in this deck is like the knight. And wands, okay, yeah, it's like the knight, I believe. Yeah. And wands are about, oh my gosh, I don't even have to let it pop out. I'm just going to use the bottom card, Daughter of Wands. So wands are all about goals, creativity, tasks, and inspiration. Isn't that so cool? So some of the traits are, this creative is coming out. So whoever's out here who's, like, in this energy, like, you're super creative, and whatever you create is going to be amazing, and you're going to receive a whole bunch of abundance from it because you're able to create it and you're able to share it with the collective, and have that energy exchange of, that positive energy exchange. So kudos to you. But let me just read the Daughter of Wands real quick. Exploration and excitement, okay? Some of the, let's see. A young woman stands in a busy train station. Let me just show it to you guys. Looking forward to the adventure that awaits her. The adventure that awaits. Like I said, she's like, oh, okay, look, we about to be out. All right, cool. I like this path. This is cool. What's going on up here? So it's like, yeah, that's awesome. Okay. Ready to take on whatever comes next because she's being her individual self, right? She carries a vibrant energy of an entrepreneur and warrior. And I already was talking to my entrepreneurs in this. Like, that's who I was channeling already. Like, the people who are stepping into their individual selves, who are creating something, who want to release it to, interact with the collective. So yes, the Daughter of Wands is footloose and fancy free. When this card appears in a reading, it is a call to action, a reminder that you will not be content sitting on the sidelines because you just want to pop out and hop off the porch. You were not content just sitting there watching everybody else's dreams and aspirations come true. You hopping off the porch, okay? Yes, we taking this airplane. We taking this flight. We taking this train. Okay, we waiting for that bus. Whatever she's doing, we doing it too. This card reminds us of the power of travel and how much you can discover about yourself as you explore new places. Okay. So adventure, passion, reluctance to settle down, changes happening quickly. Okay. Yes. That's awesome. Yeah. So yeah, that's Maude's message today. So if that resonated with you, leave a comment. Let's chat. And yeah, I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy to be with you all as well. And thank you for listening to the Maude's message. And if you have a message back, then let's talk in the comments. Awesome. Don't forget to like and subscribe and press the notification button so you can receive more of my messages, but actually be notified that a message has appeared. Okay, it's been fun. Peace and blessings. Talk soon. Bye.